Dude, this episode was better than I thought it would be. Oh my god, the feels I feel right now. Oh, the feels. Seriously. This episode, the ending. Gray falls on the battlefield. What makes the ending of this episode just so sad, depressing, shocking, and you're yelling at the screenplay right now like, what the fuck did I just see? It's the death of Gray, the way it's done, because you had one moment right before that scene. Juvia is having an emotional romance moment with Gray, and all of a sudden, you see these two crushing on each other. One of these fake dragon minions are behind Juvia. Gray rushes towards Juvia, pushes her out of the way, and takes a shot in the heart. Then, to finish it off, shot multiple times, and then you see him fall back and shot through the head to make sure it's a killing blow. And you see blood. I wonder, how does everybody feel about this episode? Did you see this coming? I'm a manga reader. I know what's gonna happen. I knew this was gonna happen, and I honestly, I thought my body was ready. I was, but damn, this episode was fucking sad. There's no other question for it. Honestly, Gray's a fucking bro, and he's one of my favorite characters in the series. And when you see this episode come about to where he gets shot in the fucking head. He gets shot and dies. And then they end the episode like they always do right there. Oh my god, this episode, man, is so sad. It is so sad because Juvia was saved by Gray. The person she loves so much saved her and died for her. And you're not going to tell me Gray's technically still alive when you see his face get shot in and you see blood coming out of it. Oh. You know, this entire episode really set up for this entire event. You felt the tension and the mood change in this entire episode, if you think about it. I mean, at one moment you saw Fairy Tail and all the wizards winning, and then everything turned upside down, and you noticed everybody was starting to get hurt, wounded, they were losing ground, and at the exact same time, Happy had to raise a death flag on Gray, saying, oh, don't you die on me, and so that raised a death flag on Gray. So, how does everybody feel? All of you anime-only watchers, how do you feel about knowing that probably one of your favorite characters from Fairy Tail has just got shot and is dead? How do you personally feel about this? I'm curious how many anime-only watchers right now are just so fucking stunned that Fairy Tail would go that far to kill off a character. Did you ever think Hiro Mashima had the balls, the cojones, to actually kill off a character like that? Let alone how dark it is. That was straight out fucking dark. I mean, Gray didn't even have a dying last words. He didn't have nothing to say. All of a sudden, he gets shot instantly after a comedy moment, and then you see him do, and then he gets shot in the head. I mean, what more can you get from that scene than how tragic that is? He just dies instantly. He pretty much died like fodder, technically, if you think about it. I mean, I love Gray. He's one of my favorite characters, but I mean, when you see that happen, he just dies out of nowhere. It just shows you. It just shows you how dark Hero can get sometimes. Episode. Fairy Tail. Fucking good. It kept a consistent quality through the entire episode. Not just the Gray scene when you just see him die. The entire episode had great animation quality. It looked really good. I love the way the dragons looked. I love the way all the characters looked. Every character looked good. The backgrounds looked good. I mean, you gotta love the atmosphere this entire episode gives off. Because if you look back at the episode and you actually watch it again, you'll notice the vibes and the tension and the dark themes starting to crank up in this episode. You felt it last episode. I mentioned a little bit of it in my last review. And so, it shows you that pretty much Fairy Tail can change sometimes. It can have deaths or something like that. I mean, the last death we technically had was Simon from the Tower of Heaven arc. That was the last death we've had. I've been following Fairy Tail for years now, since the Tower of Heaven arc, honestly. I've been watching the anime since that time. And to see how a character, not just a regular character we meet from, you know, like an arc. Like, you know, let's say this arc, the Grand Magic Games arc, a character dying. No. But to see another character die like, you know, an important fucking character, like the original cast characters die like that, it's shocking. It's rare. It is really rare to see something like that. I mean, you had to go figure and think about this real quick, okay? Lucy's future self died, and now Gray dies. What is going to happen next? All of you anime-only watchers, I just want to hear your thoughts. Please let me know how you truthfully feel about this episode. Are you shocked? Are you pissed? How do you feel about Gray being dead? Do you feel like him being dead, should he stay dead? Should he come back? Do you think the way he died could set into motion different key events that might help out Fairy Tail series in the future? Or do you feel like that you're just going to be pissed and everything needs to be changed and Gray needs to come back? I'm curious what anime-only watchers think. And what do you feel like little Tiara is doing at the moment? At the end of this episode, you see her grieving. She says that she hasn't changed. She says that she's evil and wicked because she was going to take an innocent human's life. How do you feel about that, too? I mean, the entire essence of how she wants to kill herself, like she wants to die at the end of this episode. How do you feel about that? I want to tell you right now, so far, it's rare. But I want to give this episode a 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. I like the way they pulled it off. I really do. It was really good. It hit my feels, punched me in the fucking Kokoro, and it really just left you a cliffhanger, screaming at the screen, saying, I want to know what happens. Good job, Fairy Tail. Good job, Hero. You can actually make a dark arc, and that's what he succeeded in doing. Everybody, tell me your thoughts. I love all of you so much. You have a wonderful day or night wherever you live. Please be safe. Rest in peace, Gray. Chibi out.